Your voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turner Live is here with another edition of the Snap Spotlight. We usually do this in the 4 o'clock hour on Fridays, but the Wahpeton Huskies football team crashing the party, and we're going to have to move it up to the 3 o'clock hour. And joining me, a Wahpeton student, Wahpeton senior, McKena Koolmo. How are you today, McKena?
I'm good.
Good to hear. I heard, I was going to ask, I had all these questions prepared about your golf season. I had all these questions prepared for your basketball season, and you come in telling me you were in a softball tournament this weekend. What's that about?
I don't know. I was just told that, usually the games are in, the summer, and there was just a fall tournament, and they asked me literally on Friday to play with them, so it's wild.
Yeah, in Sioux Falls, you said it was?
Yep.
Oh, boy, that's fun. Well, if you had fun in it, maybe you'll get roped into a couple other random tournaments before the snow hits. We'll see.
Yeah, the coach was Carly Bell, who she used to...
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she used to go to Wahpeton, so I might get a couple texts later, so...
Oh, I remember her. Yep, I remember covering her. All the Bell sisters that are just scattered all over now. Hard to keep track. So, you're... As I said, you were jumping into basketball season. That's still a little ways out, you were telling me before we started this off. But how fun was it in your final season as a Wahpeton golfer to be able to help the team back to the state tournament?
Honestly, I cannot believe, we've been to the state so many times. And, with the group of girls that we had, at the start of the season, I was like, oh, no. But but they pulled it together. A lot of the girls, they go to Alexandria for, lessons and stuff. And they played really well this year, so.
That's a testament to your senior leadership that they could turn it around and get to the state tournament.
Yeah, it's wild. Scout and Hallie, they're so young and they can hit the ball so far. I don't get it.
And talk to me about a little bit about your early stages of your golf career. Who is maybe someone that was kind of an influence for you when you started out on the team your younger years?
My sister, she used to play golf, and I never picked up a club before my first golf practice, and that's not even a joke. She's 3 years older than me. She didn't finish out her senior year or whatever. She had back injury or back problems or whatever, so she didn't want to ruin it. So she brought me to the first practice, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. My 8th grade year, I thought I was gonna quit. I was playing so bad, and Ralph just kept me going.
I was gonna say it sounds like you had a good connection with Ralph if you stuck it out after having such a rough start.
Right? He pushed me. That's the only reason I kept going for golf.
I always have to ask the golfers because I remember being in high school and how much of a treat it was to be able to get out of school maybe an hour early for a baseball game or for a football game. You guys are just gone for the day.
Right?
Does that feel like you're kind of breaking a rule or something? You're I guess I just don't have to go to school today. We're gonna go golf all day.
Right? You get all these power school messages. Oh, you're unexcused, and then it goes girls golf. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah. Is it ever hard to keep up with all the homework when you're gone, or is it not too tough?
When golf season's done, all my grades are C's, and I'm like, I need to get these up.
And now with the golf season in the rear view, time to focus on the basketball season. And how excited are you to start practice? You guys are a few weeks out from starting practice, but I'm sure you're still excited.
I am very excited. We have captain's practice every Sunday, so you get a little glimpse of what the season's gonna be like. And on Monday morning, David Woods was like, "Oh, we're gonna go shoot around." I was like, "Sweet!" And so after he's like, "I can tell you're excited."
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
There's no off season if you're locked in the whole time,
Right.
And you're always in season. After making that Cinderella run to the state tournament, you guys definitely took a lot of people by surprise last year. Talk about coming into a season with such higher expectations compared to a year ago when you guys were kind of under everyone's radar. Now this year it's kind of oh, are they coming back to the state tournament?
This year we have almost the same team as last year. We lost a couple of girls, Lydia Model and Ayana, but I think we'll have the same season. We'll start where we were, end where we were, and we'll have some decent competition and be able to hold up with them. The people in front of us last year, we didn't lose by much, so it's not it's impossible, and I think that's going to be the same thing as this year.
And you've been playing varsity basketball since your freshman year, I remember. Could you describe kind of your journey from being the freshman, just vying for playing time, all the way to now being a senior leader on this squad?
Yeah, freshman year, I actually started out playing C squad,
Mm-hmm.
and I got moved up to varsity. And I know, like, my first time that I played varsity, like, both both halves,
Mm-hmm.
I started, and I was sitting in the locker room. I'm like, oh gosh, like it's time to do it. My first game, I actually played really well, and I had 14 points my first varsity game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's wild, and now it's just you just got to keep going.
Yep. I'm sure Coach Watson definitely probably got the nerves down a little bit for you after your first start.
I don't think so.
No, you just trial by fire?
I think he still questions why I start.
And what are some words of wisdom that you've had for younger teammates or maybe girls that are going to come through the program down the road?
Anything Watson says, don't let it get to you. Like, you just got to keep pushing. He honestly doesn't mean it. Like, you got to keep going. Practices are going to be tough some days, and the next one, it's hard.
It sounds like he knows how to unlock that next gear for you.
He does.
I'm starting to think.
He just pushes you. Like, you think you can't do it, and he'll yell at you until you do it. Like, it's like not like a mean yell. Like, you're gonna do it.
Yep, I got you.
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be an exciting season. I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to do. And I know this year's been a challenging year for you and your family, but we were talking before. It's really great to hear that your dad's doing better after his ADEM diagnosis. And how is Ken?
He is doing so much better. He's going to therapy 3 times a week, and the people at OSPTI here are pushing him. Like, he is such a hardworking guy, and the people at OSPTI are like also with him, and they will keep pushing him like he wants to be pushed.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, you're good. He knows when to back down, like when he knows enough is enough. But he's doing amazing, and he has such like high spirits with it. Like, that's all he has to do. Like, he was so sad and like so like depressed like the first like month and everything, and now he's just like, I'm gonna walk. Like, we're going outside, we're practicing walking, this is gonna happen. I'm walking.
I can tell how it's rubbed off on you having a role model like that. And how big has that been for you this last year, and how has that kind of changed you?
My dad is like literally my biggest role model. Like, we are the same person, and seeing him go through everything like kind of showed me that I need to take more, like, I don't, like, be more respectful to like him. Like, he does so much for me, and I realize that like now that he's gone, like things are getting broken. I'm like, what do I do now? He does everything. Right.
Oh, that's so great to hear. And obviously everybody's thinking about you guys. The whole community's rooting for you. How big is that for the community being able to rally around your dad? And kind of shows you, wow, I'm pretty lucky to have a great guy like this in my life if everyone's willing to get behind him.
It means a lot. Like, being in a small community is like so big for this, because I feel like if we were in Fargo, we wouldn't have had so much support. Like, he's like, this community is awesome, and I know that like when I'm out of this, like, I'm going to be doing everything. Like, someone's sick, like, I'm donating. Like, I don't even know him, I'm donating. He's just that type of person now.
Oh, that's so great. I'm very happy to have you share that with you, and once again, very excited to see how the rest of your senior year goes. Thank you so much for joining McKena.
Yeah, thank you.
And now for a quick snap schedule reminder before we dive back into the music. So as we always do for the snap schedule reminder, we'll start off with what's going on today. North Dakota State College of Science Volleyball is on the road for the Iowa Central Community College Tournament. That's a 2-day tournament, so they'll be in action on Saturday as well. Wahpeton football on the road against Fargo South. That's a 5 p.m. kickoff, which is why we're doing the Snap Spotlight earlier than we usually do, with the pregame show starting at 4:30 p.m. right here on KBMW. Breckenridge football also on the road. They are playing at Hawley at 7 p.m. Pregame show starts up at 6:30 p.m. on B92.7 FM. Tomorrow, North Dakota State College of Science Volleyball continues their tournament. Like I said earlier, BW Swimming is at Jamestown. They will compete at noon. NDSCS football is at Mesabi Range Community and Technical College to wrap up their regular season at 3 p.m. tomorrow. Wahpeton volleyball is at Devil's Lake at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow as well. Tuesday, after nothing on Monday, BW Girls Swimming at Fargo South at 5:30 p.m. Wahpeton volleyball is playing against Fargo North at home at 7 p.m. Breckenridge volleyball hits the road to take on Dilworth Glendon Felton at 7:30 p.m. And then Wednesday, North Dakota State College of Science volleyball at Lake Region State College, 7 p.m. And Breckenridge football, because of MEA week, they're wrapping up the regular season at home against Pelican Rapids with a 7 p.m. kickoff. Breckenridge volleyball is at Fergus Falls for a tournament on Thursday. So that's a look at your Snap schedule reminder. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in for the Snap Spotlight, and I'll get you back to your music after a quick word from our sponsor. Snap Fitness, your locally owned gym in Wahpeton, wants to have you join their workout family. Snap offers personal training, and owner Renata Faub will even write up workout plans for you. If you're an athlete in the Twin Towns, Snap Fitness will help you make sure you're prepared for the upcoming sports season. To all the retired athletes over 65, Snap Fitness participates in the Silver Sneakers Insurance Program, and most major insurances reimburse for memberships to Snap. Stop by Snap Fitness today and ask about their membership packages. They're located at 102 7th Street South in Wahpeton.